Hello, university students. Thank you for tuning into my video today. I'm so excited to have you because today I put myself to the test. Today we're going to be making a patchwork cardigan. I've seen plenty of YouTube videos on how to make it, like this one, and these. I said it can't be that hard. If they can do it, why can't I? I didn't follow a pattern for this cardigan. I'll be honest with you, I already have my squares made. It took me about 3 days to make probably like 70.
It's actually a total of 90 squares.
I'm going to show you how to do the squares first. This might be the easiest and the hardest part of the project because it's easy to make one, but to make 72
90?
to actually stick to making the cardigan, that's the hard part. I have 7 colors.
All of the squares started off with a chain of 20 and carried on for 16 rows, and this project was solely done with single crochets. This step is important because it helped me not put too many of the same colors next to each other. So just line up your rows and see how you want the pattern to go. And although you only see 4 rows, I increased it to 5. The way that I connect the squares together is I pick a yarn that's either one of the colors. So I would have picked the yellow or that dark orange color. And I line them up together and then I do a slip stitch. Students, I hope you're taking notes, but let's do a little recap. The back panel has 6 columns and 5 rows. Each square starts off with a chain of 20, and each square is connected together with a slip stitch. This is a sketch for what the back panel should look like.
Okay, so I take both ends, I line them up, put my slip knot on this end. Pull it through. Then I push it through the next one and then I create that slip stitch. So I just continue that all the way down.
This is the sketch for what the arm panel should look like.
Now we move on to the sleeve of the cardigan. And this is how I have my things set up. So I'm going to connect them the same way that I did the back panel, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how I connect the rectangle together to make the arm. It's like this, right? I was going to add a ribbing around it, but I think this is a little different and it's like cute, so that's what I'm gonna do. You lay it on the side with all the loose ends, straighten it out. So all you're gonna do is you're going to turn it on the outside. So now this is what you're seeing, and then you will start to do a slip stitch. The same way that you connected them is the same way that you're gonna do it. And one thing I will note is that as I'm going down, I'm not just going like in a straight line. I'm following it, but I'm also curving it towards the end, so like there's a little bit more of a tighter fit at the arms. This is the top of the back panel, and this is the top of the front panel. So
this is a sketch for what the front panel should look like.
I slip stitch starting from the first corner all the way to the second box, and then I fold it in. I fold in this. I fold in the third box. And then I just finish crocheting. I finish doing a slip stitch. through, then I snip. Both shoulders are connected. So now it's time to sew on the arms. One arm. So when I'm sewing on the arm, I just make sure I find the piece that I sewed together, because it was a flat piece. I just make sure the piece that I connected together to make the arm is at the bottom, because that's usually where most of the imperfections are. Again, turn it inside out. I also flip my arm inside out. This is the bottom. So I take that, I put that at the bottom. I really was trying my hardest not to get colors next to each other, but what do I look like unraveling it just so the colors aren't next to each other? I'm out of one, but I'm not that. I'm very sane. So for this, I do the same, a slip stitch the same way I did with the other ones. Boy, oh boy, we almost done. Flip it. Right, so here. You still have to connect this bottom piece. All right. In order to make sure that we get in it straight and level, you know, or whatever, these, I start at the bottom of the front panel in the back panel, and then I do a slip stitch there too. So I'm gonna show you that. This is how it's looking so far. You know, girls up. I know that, like, in a way, the distress look kind of easy, but I'm gonna clean it up because I have a whole bunch of in person. I taste pain, have a drag, you swear. But this tool that I usually use for weaving the edges, I either use this needle that is smaller than the one I'm using in the project, or there is this, like, I believe some tools called a needle threader. If I'm using this, I push the yarn, and I usually have a smaller one, but I don't know where it is at the moment. Push it through the back loop.
Also, remember to tie your strings together before you weave it in so it gives it a tighter hold.
to just sew it into the side, and then I pull it so that there's a smaller hole, and then I just put the excess yarn in it, pull it tight, really tight, give it a nice cut. Then I take the needle again, and then I weave it in. So I kind of like unfold the part that I sewed together, and then I wrap it up. Right? In every circumstance, it's more than enough. It's more than enough. I will be content in every circumstance. Shine, you are enough. Okay, so that's done. Cut off the excess yarn. In every circumstance, it's more than enough. All right, University students, thank you for tuning into my video.
Class is dismissed.